North Korea, latest news, severe food shortage in North Korea as famine worsens. Human rights activists assert that North Korea is currently facing a severe food shortage leading to widespread starvation and fatalities across the country, including the capital of Korea, Pyongyang, which is basically across the border from South Korea. Starting in June of this year, 2023, the distribution of food rations to military officers, security officers, or that is ordinary police, and security guards, political police, was halted. Their food rations was halted. The decision following the discontinuation of food rations to their families in November 2022, even soldiers are suffering from hunger due to the scarcity of food. Surprisingly, the famine situation has received little coverage from news media in Japan and South Korea. A group of North Korean human rights activists who defected to South Korea maintained continuous communication with local sources. Among them is Kim Song-min, the director of Free North Korea Radio, which provides shortwave radio broadcast services for North Koreans. In early July, Kim received information from multiple sources that the dire famine in the country, and I would like to share that information here, he says, the writer says, failed food rationing system. The food rationing system in North Korea experienced a complete collapse following the devastating arduous march, which saw over 3 million people perish from 1995 to around 1998. And since then, the country's food rationing system has been non-existent. In July 2022, the Kim Jong-il regime increased the national price of rice from 0.08 kpm, roughly that's about, 1,000th of a dollar, a US dollar, to 5 cents per kilogram, that's 2.2 pounds, to reflect its actual cost. The intention was to make rice available to ration stations, but rationing never resumed. With the exception of Pyongyang residents as the capital, North Koreans have not received rations since the mid-1990s. They only receive a small amount of free food during the New Year's holidays and on the birthdays of late dictators Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il. So they are fighting to stay alive. People have been left with no alternative but to purchase rice at Changmadang markets, where prices hover around 5,000 kpw per kilogram, 2.2 pounds. And what is that again? I don't even know what that is. It's 5,000. Oh, that's dollars. My God. Now, this exorbitant cost is over 100 times higher than the national prices, forcing people to resort to selling their own goods in these markets as a means of survival. Following the 8th Congress of the Workers' Party of Korea in January 2021, the Kim Jong-un regime implemented a new food system aimed at controlling prices and distribution. They established food sales stations across the country where food was sold at 20 to 30% cheaper than market prices, as still exorbitant of course. However, the food crisis intensified due to the impact of economic sanctions and the COVID pandemic. Consequently, all produced grains are redirected to the military, the Security Department, and central Pyongyang, that is the capital. As a result, from 2021 to mid-2022, households in rural areas received a meager 5 kilograms, that's 11 pounds of food per month, through sales stations, varying depending on the region. Halt in food supply to high-ranking officials. The situation deteriorated even further in 2023. Starting in January, the supply of rice was completely cut off at food sales stations nationwide, including most areas in the capital, Pyongyang. Among the city's 19 districts and 4 counties, 13 districts and all 4 counties suspended food supply through sales stations. In the remaining 6 central districts, Yung, Pothonggang, Moranbong, Songgyo, Taidonggang, and Magyarongdai, Rice was supplied through food sales stations until they were closed in May. High-ranking officials of the Workers' Party and the government used to receive food from exclusive supply stations until supplies ceased in June. Military officers, security officers, and security guards received 700 grams, that's 1.5 pounds of food rations per person per day until May, but this was suspended in June of 2023. Similarly, distributions to their families, 500 grams or 1.1 pounds per person per day, have stopped since around November 2022. Some central government agencies and factories have taken matters into their own hands by purchasing food independently and distributing it to their employees. Behind the tales of bravery and the dreams of a better life lies a haunting reality. The journey of North Korean defectors, marked by perilous escapes and courageous aspirations, is far from the end of their struggles. North Korea is currently experiencing a new arduous march, with many people succumbing to diseases, starvation, and the harsh winter conditions, even in the capital of Pyongyang. This is from Great Game India. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.